Hey everyone, I'm Ami, and this is the third part of my core message summary from the book When, written by Danielle H. Pink. If you haven't yet, then please check out the previous videos so that everything will be more clear in this one. When I was 24, I was working alongside my university studies. I had 2 part-time jobs in the last year of my university. One of them was early in the morning and the other one was flexibly arranged after I finished my classes. I was working on my thesis late at night and I got home late on a Friday evening by train from the capital to visit my parents. From Monday to Friday, my daily average amount of sleep was like 4 or 5 hours. So when I visited my parents on that Friday, I was very tired. But finally, I had the chance to get a decent amount of sleep. When I woke up, a guest was in our living room, commenting my late rise with cynicism, and she said how lucky I am that I can allow myself to sleep so long. All I thought was, why this cynicism? Why do I have the impression that I was considered to be lazy just because I woke up later than the previous day? Why do people assume things about you based on one fact? Society attributes moral superiority to early risers, but is there a reason for this? Why do leaders, managers consider early risers who possibly arrive earlier to work more dedicated, more competent? Early risers are considered introverted, conscientious, agreeable, persistent, and emotionally stable, while owls are considered to be open, extroverted, neurotic, impulsive, and sensation seekers. Benjamin Franklin also believed this, and when scientists tested his hypothesis, it turned out that he was not right. Owls, so late risers, are actually more creative, they have great working memory, and they achieve better results on intelligence tests, and they even have better humor. Runberg, famous professor of chronobiology, argues that while earlier chronotypes might have had a social advantage, today's world of constant connectivity has invalidated such advantages, but left behind the old social stigma around later chronotypes. He puts it this way: this myth that early risers are good people and that late risers are lazy has its reasons and merits in rural societies, but becomes questionable in a modern 24/7 society. The old moral is so prevalent, however, that it still dominates our beliefs, even in modern times. The postman doesn't think for a second that the young man might have worked until the early morning hours because he is a night shift worker or other reasons. He labels healthy young people who sleep into the day as lazy, as long sleepers. This attitude is reflected in the frequent use of the word pair early birds and long sleepers. Yet this pair is nothing but apples and oranges. The opposite of early is late and the opposite of long is short. I really love the way he puts this. Nothing is black and white. If I get up late in the morning at 10 p.m, does not mean that I am a lazy person. It could mean this, of course, but it could also mean that I was working long. I went to bed at 5 a.m. in the morning and just slept 5 hours, and I'm ready to be active again. The problem is that the whole corporate and educational system is designed for 80% of people who are mainly larks or third bird types. So ours are like left-handers in the world of right-handers. When the society favors the larks and the third bird types, it's important to match 3 things: the task, the time, and the types of people. So we should do tasks based on our vigilance cycle more. Social scientists call this the synchronicity effect. Some of the age-related cognitive differences can be reduced or even disappear if we arrange people, task, and time properly. For example, younger people are often considered to be faster, effective, or more energetic, but older adults use the same brain areas as younger adults in the morning period and only use other, less efficient brain areas later in the day. So if you are a company manager, you can take this into account and entrust the older adults of your team in the morning hours with tasks you would entrust the younger members later. The synchronicity effect also affects our moral behavior. In the past, it was assumed that people are less inclined to lie in the morning than in the evening, something like morning decency. However, later researchers showed that the explanation for this is simply that most people are larks or third bird types. So, according to Danielle H. Pink, our mood and our performance follow a fairly predictable pattern during the day. In general, a peak, a trough, and a recovery. Or for some people, it looks the other way around. A recovery, a trough, and a peak. It's worth implicating synchronicity and adapting a given activity to the appropriate level of vigilance. So tasks that require clear thinking should be done in the peak phase, and tasks that require less concentration should be done in the recovery phase. Making decisions in the midday trough can lead to mistakes. In this period, it's worth giving our brain some rest. Those working in leading and managerial positions should take the patterns of the employees into account. Their more important tasks should be scheduled during their most active and vigilant period. In this way, the employees will be less stressed and everyone can be more satisfied with their work and results. That's it for today. Hope to see you next week. Bye.